Welcome back to the Healthy Business Podcast. This is Sarah Cook, and today I am going to be giving you 5 reasons why you need to attend a retreat or a mastermind day or a strategy day. The days that you get out of your business to work on your business. So there are so many reasons, but today I just want to focus on the 5 key things that I think you get from attending one of these events. So they get called different things, but essentially it's you taking time out of your business with other like-minded people who get what you're doing, why you're doing it. And quite often when we're attending these events, it's actually something very different to what you're expecting to come out of it as to actually what you do get out from it. So I'm going to give you 5 things to consider when you are thinking about attending a mastermind day, a retreat, a strategy day, whatever it's called. But before I delve into that, I want to invite you to my mastermind day, which is happening on the 28th of September. It is going to be in London and it's going to be limited spaces. Now, normally these are exclusive to the ladies in my mastermind day, but I recognize just the importance of running these days and how transformational and how powerful they can be, not just for yourself, but also for your business. So, part of the reason that I wanted to share some of the reasons today, but also to give you that exclusive invitation. So, if you are interested in attending my event, then do drop me a message on Instagram with the word mastermind, and I will be able to send you all the details. Okay, so moving on to why you should be attending an event like my own in September. Now, not only is it the time of year that is brilliant to kickstart everything that's going on to make sure that you are ending 2023 in a super strong way, it gives you the opportunity to know that right now you've got a day to work in and on your business, to take the time out of your business to work on it, not just to come away with a clear strategy plan, but so many more reasons. And I'm going to share those with you right now. So, maybe one of the most powerful things is to connect with like minded people. Those people, as I said, that get what you do, why you're doing it. You know, we love our family, we love our friends, we love our clients. But sometimes when we're in that echo chamber, when we are delivering constantly, it means that we aren't surrounded by other people where we can connect with peers, we can connect with like-minded souls who create that transformation together. There is something about being in the same space, being at the same table, being part of that conversation where different questions are asked, maybe questions that you didn't think to ask about your own business. And when we're connecting with other people, we see things from a different perspective. We see things from a different lens because everybody's had their own experience. Everybody's had their own journey to get to this point that they are. And we can learn so much from other people. And I think there's that sort of collective motivation as well, that collective inspiration of being connected with like-minded people. Because if we're having a wobble, if you're feeling like you're stuck or at a plateau and you don't know which way to turn, and we're surrounding ourselves by the same people, we don't see things in a different way. We feel stuck. So if we take ourselves out of that situation, maybe connect with some different people, hear things from a different perspective, a different point of view, a different voice, that can have a massive impact on you as well as your business. So connection is a really, really important reason. As part of that, the second one I want to delve into is actually community, because not just being part of that group whilst you're all together going on this transformational space creates that long-lasting sense of community, of support, which really is what we want to do in this space, because every leader, every business owner aspires to create that community for their audience. Now, if we're not part of an inspiring community or in a motivating community, we don't know what that looks like. We don't know what that feels like. I think there's also something really powerful about other people witnessing you going through that journey, going through that transformation, pushing your own edges, challenging yourself, being challenged in certain situations, but doing that in a safe environment where all questions are welcomed, all different points of view are welcomed, that challenge, knowing that you're in that safe space, that held community, can again be really powerful to help you grow, to help you learn, to help you move forward within your business so that you can reach that next level of success. Because if we are surrounding ourselves with the same people, and we are the power of the same 5 people that we spend time with, the media that we're consuming, the content that we're consuming, If we stay in that space, we're never going to learn, which means we're not going to grow, which means we plateau, which means we stay stuck. So the power of connection and community is so, so valid. Now, I touched on transformation then because reaching an outcome is so powerful. But when we can do that as a collective rather than an individual, that ripple effect can be even stronger. So when you've got a room full of powerful energy that is shaping something, that builds on a question, that builds on a response, there's something so special about that. And the shifts that you can make off the back of it, that's where the real transformation happens. So you might go to a day expecting to learn a whole load of stuff, but actually the transformation happens during that, but also off the back of it. So taking that intentional action, knowing that it's okay to push those edges, knowing that it's okay to stretch yourself in a way that feels good, that feels aligned. That transformation happens that day, but as I said, it's what happens afterwards as well. So those little mini shifts that you can create just through the power of a conversation, just through the power of being in that room, that power of that energy. You can't do that when you're working on your own. It's very hard also to do that online because you don't get those side conversations. You don't get those side water cooler chats. Those can be some of the most powerful shifts, powerful moves, powerful transformations for you, but also seeing how other people react to things. That can be transformative as well. Okay, so really leaning into what is possible from these days, from these events. Now, some of those are about what you want. It's about being intentional. So coming to these days, coming to these events, you might expect to take something out. And actually, the thing that you're going to take away from attending one of these, not only are the things that I've spoken about earlier, but it is your expansion, your growth. The learning piece is really important, but actually the embodiment and integration piece is where the real change happens. So every event, every day that you might be looking at, that's going to promise an outcome. But with that gives you that chance to expand. It gives you that chance to up level. It gives you that chance to grow, not just from a business perspective, but also from a personal perspective. So knowing that there is a clear journey, but there's also an opportunity to build on that, during the day, but build on that every day. So being intentional about what outcomes you want to have, but also be open to the unexpected, open to what else might happen that you don't know quite yet what is going to happen. That's often where the biggest shifts do happen. Okay. So lots of different things that I've shared there, but I really want you to think about if you're stuck, if you need a little bit of kick up the backside, if you need to reignite your mojo, if you want to connect with some different people, if you're feeling like you're in a sort of a plateau around an echo chamber of voices that you're hearing, people want to keep you safe. Trying something new can feel hard. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I attended an event in London where I knew nobody. I had not met them even online before. And I pushed those edges. I pushed myself out into attending this event because I wanted to connect with other people. I wanted to expand my own community. I wanted to see how other people viewed my business and the different lenses, the different perspectives they could have on that, the different questions they could ask me, which then questioned how I wanted to do things. That real transformative shift that I didn't even know was going to happen on that day, but has led to me taking some really massive decisions in my business that is going to be a complete game changer as to how I do things. That's going to create more time. It's going to create more freedom. It's going to create more money and more choice just by attending a one-day event. Now, people who attend my events have huge changes, huge sales impacts, huge personal shifts, whether it's a one-day event, whether it's a 3-day event, which I also run. But I've had people that have come on and created whole new programs during the day and started selling them on that day. I had one lady who hit her first 10K month just a few weeks after attending my last retreat. So real shifts, real positive impact can happen when you say yes to investing in yourself, to finding and creating that time to work on your business, perhaps in a different way, being open to that transformation, being open to those shifts, being open to opportunities. Now, opportunity is a huge thing because when we set intentions, we go to something and expecting to be open. There are things that we want to achieve from things. But if we have opportunities that come off the back of these events, and this quite often happens when I'm running my events as well, is that the opportunities for collaborations, the opportunities for partnerships, the opportunities to grow your audience, to maybe even find a potential client in that room as well. There are so many maybe unexpected opportunities that we don't think are going to happen, or we don't realize could happen by attending some of these things. Now, I'm all about taking courage and being courageous about things, pushing those edges. Collaboration is a big part of that. We want to ask for those collaborations. Who could you ask to do things? Being open to being in that space, being in that room, being at the right table for you to push yourself out of your comfort zone, because that's where the growth is going to happen. Growth doesn't happen when we stay in our comfort zone. It happens when we push those edges. It happens when we explore opportunities, when we create connections, when we're open to being challenged, maybe not in a negative way, but open to being challenged and push ourselves in ways that our brain tells us we can't quite get there yet. But actually, and I read this really brilliant quote recently. I was away at a different event. It was actually at a wedding, and I went to the gym there. And on the wall, it said, "Our body can only go as far as our mind will let it." And I thought it was a really powerful quote, because if we tell ourselves we can't do something, we're not going to do it. Our body won't take those first steps to do it. But if we go, okay, what's possible? Let's see how far I can go. And we're open to exploring that. Then actually that becomes a really powerful place to create the next level of success, to create those shifts, to create those powerful transformations. And that is why I love running retreats. I love running events. I love attending them myself, because I know just how much power comes from them, not just from myself and witnessing it, but actually real tangible client results. 10xing your investment by attending one day. So if you're spending 4 or 5 hours doing something and you can create a 10K month off the back of it, if not more, why wouldn't you do that? Because those are real results that my clients have had. And that becomes really powerful for me. That's something that I'm really keen on, is to help you create those quick wins. And we cover strategy, we cover tactics, we cover the mindset around this. But it's also about creating sustainability, creating those connections, creating those collaborations, creating that long-term wealth, creating that long-term success, so that you don't have that high and low, you don't have those unpredictable months, because that's not where flexible freedom comes from. So as I said, if you want to come join me, if you are ready to step up into your next level of success, if you are ready to end 2023 in a super strong way and carry through that momentum into next year, come along to my retreat, reach out to me, drop me a message on Instagram at Sarah Cook Coaching, and then with the word mastermind. It is so powerful. And I, as I said, absolutely love running them, love attending them. There is absolutely nothing better than being surrounded by really empowered women who also want to achieve things. There is no negative space. It is all about creating the most amazing experience, the most amazing environment for you to step into that next level of success. If you're listening to this and thinking, I don't even want to message you, I want to go straight into buying that ticket, then grab an early bird ticket. There's £200 off the early bird ticket. So it's an absolute steal for you to come along and spend a whole day with me for an in-person experience in London, 28th of September. Head across to my website, sarahcookcoaching.com/VIP-mastermind-day. You can grab your ticket straight away. As I said, the tickets are limited. I love holding space for a small number of people, because that's where the real connection comes from. That's where the real power comes from. It's where I can get under the skin of your business and really help you create some tangible results. And I would love to see you in London. I love meeting people face to face and seeing you and experiencing those transformations with you as well. So hopefully that's given you some food for thought about why events, why retreats, why mastermind days, strategy days, whatever you find that they're called, are really powerful to attend. Getting out of your comfort zone, creating those opportunities, creating those connections, finding those transformations and those shifts, and really seeing that next level of expansion. You totally deserve this. Your business totally deserves this. And I can't wait to see you in London on the 28th of September. I will also see you on the next episode of the Healthy Business Podcast.